Tony D and Little Joan here with a screenwriter's rant on Father Stew, starring Mark Wahlberg in the lead role. Kind of a biopic, a true story, I believe, based on the life of a boxer who became a priest. Smash like and subscribe. Thank you for smash liking and subscribing. Please check out my books, links in the description. Also check out the Webcomic Factory. We've got comics every single day at the Webcomic Factory. We've been doing that for almost 12 years now. 12-year anniversary coming up in April. So if you want to read, it's totally free. Read the comics over at the Webcomic Factory at the webcomicfactory.com. You could also read them at Superfrat at superfrat.com. Links down below. Anyhow, so Mark Wahlberg starts the trailer off with, "This is my trailer for my new movie, Father Stew." I don't know if that sort of intro helps him, especially his delivery right here, because it comes off like he's kind of annoyed he had to do this. I don't think he is, but that's the way it kind of comes off. I know, Joan, it's weird. And I get it. I mean, these movies take like a year to shoot. Over here. And prior to actually shooting it, it could take years to get them greenlit and written and produced and all that kind of stuff. So that Mark Wahlberg is, he's done the movie. They're shooting trailer stuff now. I can understand why he's still sick of it. I'm sorry, John. There's something in your fur here. I'm going to get it out. Don't worry. There you go. A little stick or something. Again, another one. Must be sticking you. Does that feel better? Anyhow, I can kind of understand. But, he is an actor. A smile, Mark. But, so he plays Father Stew. So Stew is this guy who was a boxer. That's his mom there. And it didn't work out, but he's an exciting guy. Then he decides he's going to be an actor, and that doesn't work out. So he's trying all these different things. Then he meets this girl who's Catholic, and he converts to Catholicism so he could date her. But that doesn't work out, not really, although he's dating her. And then he gets into a motorcycle accident, and he wakes up in the hospital, and he decides, I'm going to be a priest. So he has to break up with his girlfriend, and he becomes a priest. He actually does it. So this covers quite a bit of his life, I think. So he gets clean shaven. But then after he becomes a priest, he's diagnosed with a muscle disorder that's going to kill him and slowly, make his muscles wither and die. And it's just about his life trying to get through all these struggles. And then you can see this is towards the end where he's at the at a care center where he can't even move, and everybody's visiting him. So it's definitely a drama. This feels like Oscar bait for Mark Wahlberg. Mel Gibson plays his dad. And written for the screen and directed by Rosalind Ross. And yeah, so exclusively in movie theaters this Easter. Do you not want to be in this? What's going on? You stinky? I'm talking about Father Stew. It's Mark Wahlberg. He'd be very upset you're being so rude, doggy. Very upset. All right, I gotta put doggy down. Excuse me. There you go. Jesus. Anyhow, Father Stew. So, it's pretty standard biopic stuff. It starts out, first act, Stew is sort of a rambling guy who keeps trying a bunch of things. It's not really working out for him in his life for whatever reason. He's a young guy. He wants to do all these things. He wants to be a boxer and an actor, all these things. Falls in love with this girl, and then boom, he gets hit by the car, and that changes his life. And he kind of has problems with drinking and carousing. His father chastising him here. Then he has the accident, he becomes a Catholic before the accident, and then decides, I'm going to be a priest. So second act is about him changing his ways, becoming a priest, and then, just as he seems to have found his thing in life, the doctor tells him, "Oh man, you've got a terrible muscle disease, and it's just going to get worse and worse until you die." So now he has to endure, he questions his faith. He's questioning God. Why, God? Why? I finally found something that I love, and why are you doing this to me? I've dedicated my life to you, and now look what you've done to me. And so then even the priesthood is like, well, we don't think you're capable. And I think then he becomes a prison priest because that's probably a gig, the other more able-bodied priests don't want to do. And out of desperation, he takes it. But this is probably towards the end where he gets so bad he can't even stand up in front of the sink, and his father has to take care of him. Here he is saying hello to his old girlfriend. This I would imagine, the scene with his girlfriend there, I think, is him telling her that he's finally a priest, and she didn't believe him at first. And then this is probably the end of the movie where he's dying, and all his parishioners are coming to see him one last time because he was such a good priest. So this is to me, and then the end, he dies, and then it's about, what happened to all the wonderful people who knew Father Stu and his father and his mother, and it's Oscar bait for Mark Wahlberg. And look, he's been in a lot of movies. It's is he a good actor? He's all right. He can be really good in things. So this is him trying to stretch. It's not out of the ballpark for him, especially in the early days, to play Father Stu. It's really the later day Father Stu. Will be interesting to see if he can pull it off. He's been in movies a long time, and he might be able to do it. I mean, this is his chance to really, sell a dramatic role. That all being said, it's not my kind of movie. Ultimately, I tend not to like these movies because they tend to be depressing, although it's supposed to be inspiring. This is the kind of movie I would see on like A&E on a Sunday when I had nothing to do. Like, that's the kind of, and then I go, oh, Father Stu, well, all right, let's see if this is any good. Maybe if people are raving about the movie, I'd go see it. I don't know if I probably wouldn't go see it in theaters. Maybe on streaming, if I was bored one day and said, oh, let me see this, I hear it's great. That all being said, I mean, I think if you like biopics like this, dramas like this, I think it'll be a decent flick. I think it'll be okay. I mean, Mel Gibson's no slouch, certainly. Mark Wahlberg's a pretty solid actor. His movies are fairly solid. I mean, are they going to be at the level of, I don't know, a De Niro? Probably not, but I mean, I think he has an opportunity here to prove himself. Maybe this will be an amazing performance. I don't know. I've never really seen him in a role like this. He's getting older now. This is maybe him transitioning into a more serious actor role. He's been an action guy for a while. He's been the guy who could take his shirt off for a while. Now he's trying to transition into kind of like what Mel Gibson's doing now. He's more serious. And really, when you get older, you have to do that. Yeah, as an actor, you don't really have much of a choice. He could still be a leading man, but someday, with gray hair, when he's at Mel Gibson's age, he's going to start to have to transition to play the dad. The older dad guy who's dying. So, yeah, I think this could be an interesting movie. So it's called Father Stu. What is it, April? Yeah, April 15th, exclusively in movie theaters. So, yeah, I think it could be okay. It's from Sony. I don't think it's woke at all. It takes place in the past, so at least you have that. And that's it for me, Tony D, and little squirmy Joan, who doesn't want to sit still. Forgive her. I got her a bone for dinner, so she's probably wants to get back to that. Check us out on Bitchute, Rumble, and Odysee for our 2 other videos, including a news blast, and a Hollywoke hot take. We'll see you next time.